Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and today we're going to lick our cat over, so to speak. I'm just learning on this silent air compressor. So we got to go back and redo some stuff. So we're going to do a bunch of changing around. The first thing that I didn't know I needed was the one-way valve. Alright, so I've got that. Then I went and got a regular switch with the unloader valve on it. This here is your unloader valve. And we're going to see if we can't use this and use this and see if we can't get this thing to work efficiently and be consistent. We're going to be doing away with this box. We don't need it no more because this here replaces both this switch and the pressure switch. So we're going to take this all back off, and then we're going to reroute everything to accommodate this and to accommodate this. So we'll get on that. Well, everybody, it's the next day. Ran into a problem. Went ahead and put this thing together, and it wasn't easy when I didn't have all the right parts, and then I find out that I've got a defective part. Took me some time to find all the fittings that I needed to make this happen. Now this here is just temporary. It's just something to hold, keep dust and stuff from going in there. That's where I'm going to do my oil changes in this. But I got all this hooked up, and I put a one-way valve in the back. It's one of those universal, you can run it sideways, upside down, whatever way you want. And I've got it in line. Now this thing just cut in. Now this is what the problem is. I think the switch is defective, but what's happening is that little lever on the bottom of the unloader valve acts like it doesn't have enough strength to push up against the unloader valve and relieve all the pressure and cut the motor off. In order to do that, I have to take my fingernail and reach underneath there and pull that lever up to relieve the pressure till the motor cuts out. And then it'll work correctly. But I have to manually do it every single time. So I've never seen a switch like that do that. I've ordered this brand new on eBay, and he's working on a bad review because he's acting like he doesn't want to get back to me, and I just sent him another email telling him, look man, I appreciate if you take some time out of your day to try to get this taken care of, because I'd like to get this thing operational so that I can decide how I'm going to use this, and or whether I'm going to sell it. It's a good thing to have to use for trading material or selling material in dire need times. So I don't want to have hundreds of dollars in this daggone thing by the time I get done with it, because then you're just defeating the whole purpose of repurposing everything to make something cheaply. So, but I've got the pressure switch set to go off at 100 psi and comes on at 80 psi, which is what this tank is rated for. And I'm really not sure about this plastic line here. It actually looks like it's leaking a little bit. But I didn't have no compression fittings to fit both sides. I have the compression fitting for this side. Otherwise, I would have used this copper line, which is a 1/4 inch copper line. In order to use this, I would have to get another compression fitting for over here on this one-way valve, which has the I'm not sure what size that is. That goes in for the pressure or the unloader valve. I'm hoping that maybe somebody that sees this will let me know possibly what could be going on. See, that thing's cutting on at 100 psi, and I don't understand why it's doing that. Now, that's not making no sense. Now, if I drain the air off of this, see, I think the pump may be bad too. The pump's not acting like the ones I've seen on YouTube. It's acting like this thing here, the capacitor is going bad or is bad, because I have relieved the pressure on that, so there's no pressure on this pump. It should be able to kick back on. So every time this thing shuts off, this box clicks after it's shut off. It takes probably 10 seconds, and then this box here will click. So I'm wondering if maybe I ain't got a combination of 2 things going on, maybe even 3 things. This here may be leaking just enough to cause it to not get full pressure. I don't know. But if I really think about it, the lever is what's having a problem pushing up against the pressure relief valve long enough to relieve the pressure. It just clicks, quickly, and it doesn't give it time to actually relieve the pressure to shut the motor off. So, I could have a problem with this box and this box at the same time, causing me an aggravation that I'm not willing to put up with, because I'm just about had enough of this damn thing. I'm about ready to trash it. And start all over with something different. Go get another refrigerator pump, I guess, and go from there. So there you have a fail for now. We're going to call this probably silent air compressor. See, it just kicked on. I had it at 80 psi where I had relieved the pressure. Now watch, this lever, I'm going to take you off of here so you can actually see what's going on. If you look back inside there, if I can get a good view of it. It is leaking. You see what it's doing? Now if I reach in there and pull that lever up with my nail, it will shut off and relieve the pressure. Now listen, you hear that click? That box just clicked. So I don't know what's going on here. If anybody's got any ideas, let me know what's going on here. I'm going to go ahead and post this so some of the guys that I've been talking to about this air compressor can see for themselves what's going on. And also also, I'm going to see if I can't fix that leak right there, and that might be part of the problem. So I don't really like using that plastic line. I think that's refrigerator line for ice maker, and I don't trust it. It may not hold the pressure. So anyway, that's that line right there. It's a refrigerator line, I think. It could be a high pressure line, I don't know. But there you have a fail. Once again, this is the second fail. The first one was a fail because I didn't have a pressure relief valve or a unloader valve and the correct pressure switch box and a one-way valve, which is that bugger down there, right here. And I've got the arrow pointed in the right direction in order of the airflow. I got my unloader valve connected into this port, and by rights this thing should work just fine. So thank you all for watching. I'm Bob. Later.